Hello there, and a happy Halloween from all of us here at Emerald House of Cars, and we are getting in the Halloween spirit straight away with this 2013 Ford Fiesta 1.2 litre petrol engine in the Devil's Red. It's absolutely gorgeous, popping under these lights. It's a 1.2 litre petrol vehicle in manual, and let's have a look around and see what this vehicle has to offer. I mean, first and foremost, you can see we have these gorgeous Ford headlights. You see them right there popping against the red there with the little black outline as well. Very ghoulish, I must say. Chuck it in as well. We have these beautiful black additions right there below. Just ties all into the front grille. You can see it there all just popping against that black. And of course we're bookending ourselves here with our beautiful front chrome grille. Look at all that chrome. Look at all that gloss black. And of course look at our chrome trimmed Ford badge there as well. Now, as I've said, the vehicle does come in red, comes in blood red, Halloween red. It is absolutely stunning, and of course wouldn't be an Emerald vehicle without a little bit of the green. We've got our big Emerald House of Cars stamp of approval, the big tick. I'll explain what that means later down the line. Now you can see, of course, on our big windscreen right there, you can see no chips, no scratches, no nothing, no cobwebs. No, nothing like that. This vehicle is fresh in stock. As you can see, fresher than a pumpkin from the patch, as I would say, of these Halloween times here. We've got our tinted glass in the rear. We've got our beautiful straight lines all the way up and down, as you can see. Beautiful red panels all the way, practically flawless. We got our gloss red. There we go, our gloss red wing mirror there with a safety indicator as well. And it's just red. Absolutely all red, everything red everywhere, like the fires of Dante's Inferno. I'm just coated in red all the way across. Just want to come on down and point out our Ford alloys as well. As you can see, they come in silver. Obviously it's a used vehicle, so we are experiencing some blemishing just around the edges there, but again, it's nothing really to worry about for the age of the vehicle and for the amount of miles on the clock. This is cosmetic blemishing. This is light blemishing at the very most. Doesn't affect the way the car handles, operates or drives. Let's follow along. Our straightforward bodywork all the way around, and you can see the car itself. It's very wide, it's very robust. We got our tinted glass there in the rear. We've also got our, again, chrome badges. We've got a trifecta of them. Got our chrome Fiesta, got our chrome Ford, and we do have our chrome Ford there on the front. Got our gorgeous tail lights, as you can see there. And there as well, very sharp, like a little set of devil's horns around the back. Got our fog lights here too. And got our beautiful straight all the way across. I mean, this car is all red everything, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Let's check out the boot. Let's pop it up. And you can see plenty of space right there in the boot. Got our interior light in there as well, very spooky in the back here. Definitely plenty of space to fit all the trick-or-treat candy you could possibly want in this Halloween mobile here. And if you're like me and maybe you want to stop by the graveyard, pack a couple of bodies in here, well, you can always push forward these rear seats. We have a 60-40 split there. You can push them down and take full advantage of the space that this car offers. Having a look down this side again, we got again more of this beautiful red all the way across. We've got our tinted glass right there. Just more of this gorgeous red body, I must say. Absolutely everywhere, all red everything. Proper gets me in the mood for Halloween. I know orange is typically the colour, but red just feels much more impactful to me. Of course, coming down here to our next alloy, again, it's more of the same, just these very slight blemishes that you're seeing there. Nothing out of the ordinary, and in fact, it's a wonderful sign when you take into effect the car's age and condition. Let's have a look straight all the way down, and let's finish ourselves up with our final alloy, and this one seems to be the pick of the bunch. Absolutely gorgeous. I'll put that one over the mantle myself, I shall. And let's carry on. Again, our wing mirror there, it's all in such good nick, all in such good condition. Fords, they're very practical cars, very robust. Let's have a look inside, and you can see the interior. There we go. A castle fit for a count, I must say. In terrific condition. Not a stitch nor seam out of place. Very well lit as well. Fair amount of legroom, and we we have our ISOFIX child points there as well. So if you want to drive over to a haunted site this Halloween, you can strap the kids in and they have nowhere to go. They're safely and securely trapped on this horrific ride. But let's have a look inside the front of the vehicle. And you can see we have our electric windows in the front. We got our wing mirror controls there as well. Got our spooky speaker system, which means of course you can pump out all those Halloween classics, Monster Mash, and all the other ones, I suppose. As you can see, we also have these gorgeous seats as well that are in terrific condition all the way around. And we also have a little spider right there. Oh my god, that is very good timing right there. So if you feel like Peter Parker, get yourself one of these cars. We might just chuck in the spider. However, if you don't want the spider, we'll flick it away. I won't flick him now because we don't want the video to get demonetized by Peter. But there we go. Very, very spooky, very Halloween-like, I must say. But back to the car, you can see it's in great nick, especially for the amount of miles that are on the clock. Not a stitch nor seam out of place. In fact, the seats themselves are very comfortable and feel hardly satin whatsoever. We also have all the controls for them down the side. It's everything really you'd possibly need to have a nice, safe, comfortable ride. Looking at the center console, you know we've got our manual handbrake, got our cup holder, with a little tray there as well, so you're not going to have any problem putting anything you want in there. A couple of cup holders there are standard. We've got our lovely USB input with a 12-volt charging point there as well. We've got our 5-speed gearbox right there too, just nuzzled in there. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's hop on in and have a look what the car has to offer for itself. And I've always been a fan of the Fords. I think they're just very straightforward, functional vehicles. So there we go, let's straighten that right there. Now, we come over here, we've got our climate control system, as you can see. Let's turn it straight up. Whew. So no matter how hot and warm the outside of the car looks, we're always going to be able to cool it down right in here as well. And the beautiful thing is, you can also turn it from hot to cold in there. So if you know, when the winter's coming, you're going to need the heat right there, and that's going to be completely very, very helpful. You also have your front and rear windscreen demisting options there as well, which again during the winter is going to be an absolute necessity. Very, very nice right there, and of course works like an absolute dream. You've also got the most important button during Halloween in case you see anything spooky. There you go, we are safe from everything inside the vehicle. Coming up here, we have our media center and our telephone. Well, no, sorry, we have our media center here. Sorry, I got these numbers mixed up, but you can actually set favorite presets and channels on the radio. We have an FM, AM radio here. I mean, you can set your favorites all the way here. Ooh, 666. Very pertinent number, I must say, right there. But you can see we have all of our options here. I mean, you go onto radio straight away. You can see I'm on preset number 6, which is an FM radio station classic, which of course is my favorite. But of course you can go, you can of course go through all of our presets here, and you can also switch between FM and AM there as well. Let's turn that down. You can switch between FM and AM there as well. So you can go to AM, you can go to AM, AST. You've got all these different options right here. You can even go into our presets. We've got our Radio 1. We've got our BBC R2 again. Really, really good stations, playing a great variety of choices of music right there. But if you've got something more special in mind, you can see we do have our CD player, and of course you can switch to CD. I've got a little mixtape that I've made. It's full of all the spookiest songs I could think of. I even did this little drawing around it because honestly, they pay me way too much for the amount of time I actually work. And if the CD is not doing justice, you can also go to Aux Input. You see that USB input that we have down there. You can connect that into your phone as well, and maybe play something from your phone or a music player too. And if you just have way more educated ears than I do, you can click down on sound and you can adjust, you know, your treble, your bass, everything really, and you can really make this vehicle a walking, talking DJ setup. It's really, really interesting, and of course it just means that you can have just a wonderful drive around with the soundtrack sounding just the way you want it, and you've got no options really, no excuses really to not have the perfect soundtrack for each and every ride that you have in this vehicle. We also have our interior lighting. Very, very, very chilling, and of course our vanity mirrors there as well. Hopefully we don't see any ghosts in the back of those windows. Now I just want to make it known. Let's have ourselves a lucky loo, and you can see that we currently have 39,984 miles on the clock, which, let's round it up and say 40,000 miles on the clock for a vehicle of this age is terrific. Just means that the amount of miles that I've had, the amount of miles a year in this vehicle has been rather minimal. It's definitely on the lower range when it comes to used vehicles. Seeing the condition the car is coming, the fact that the alloys are in such good nick, the fact that the bodywork itself is in such good nick as well, and you see in the interior seems hardly touched. This seems to be a car that has definitely lived a good life and fully intends on living so much more as well. I would definitely say this is the kind of car for anyone that wants a practical drive, who wants a reliable drive, and wants a car that, yes, while used, certainly does not feel used. And this car does not feel used. It's one of the newest feeling cars I've sat in here at Emerald House of Cars. And when you see the miles on the clock, when you see the age of the vehicle, that, my friends, is very, very shocking. Fully in line here with our Halloween theme. So let's open up the door, and I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll check out our big engine here in this Ford. So let's come on around. Let's see if I can open up, and maybe we'll get to have a look at all these ponies under the bonnet. And there we go, the gates of hell have opened up, and you can see our glorious Ford engine right there, glistening in black and red. Absolutely stunning. Now, we've got all these colours here. We've got the black, we've got the red, but I think it's time for me to talk about the green. That big green tick that we see right there on the windscreen, what's that all about, Matt? Well, it's something very, very decidedly unscary. So I'm going to have to break the theme for a moment and talk about our Emerald 128-point inspection. Now, we are the current UK Independent Dealer of the Year, and with that comes a certain responsibility, not just to ourselves, not just to our customers, but to the motor trade industry as a whole, and we take that very, very personally. We're all about trying to up the standards across the industry, and what better place to start than right home in the Black Country, where everything of importance has ever started, in the UK. Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong, but you know, I will fight you over that. The main thing really is our 128-point Emerald inspection. Quite frankly, you know, we are a family-run dealership, and that doesn't just mean that we treat our staff and we treat our customers like family, because that's a given. You know, you walk through that door, please wipe your feet, but you walk through that door, we'll give you a cup of tea, put the kettle on, and we'll treat you like family. That's a given. But more importantly, it just means that we treat our stock as if it has to be the level of quality, have the standards, as if we're handing it over to a family member ourselves. Would I feel comfortable with my elderly mother going out, spooking the local kids with her stories about, you know, J. Edgar Hoover and the war? Would I feel comfortable her driving around in this machine? Do I know it's safe? Do I know it's secure? Do I know it's been thoroughly checked? Well, that's the beautiful thing of the Emerald 128-point inspection. The AA, they only do 100 checks, but for us, that is not good enough. Over the years, we have come along and we've found several different points of inspection that that should be checked, because we have had instances where they haven't been checked and things have arisen. So we've made sure, let's chuck it in. Let's keep on chucking all these things into the check and make sure that we do the most comprehensive check in the UK when it comes to vehicles. And that's why we have the Emerald 128-point check. It means I can chuck mother the keys, let her on her merry way, maybe off to the graveyard to some satanic ritual. She can have the keys to herself, and I know for a fact that she's safe and secure, and I can have peace of mind knowing that she's safe in this car, at least until she comes back and insists on having a chat or telling me about her day. But until then, we can always admire this beautiful Ford Fiesta in flame red. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous from head to toe. It's in phenomenal nick, and I think when it comes to stock in the UK, especially used stock, this is a cut above the rest. It's a treat. It's a jewel of the crown. It is a beautiful bit of stock. And, you know, I've always been a big fan of the Fords. I mean, they're a reliable car. They're a practical car. This one in particular, you know, it's gone through the checks. It's passed with flying colours. We're taking it out for a test drive. Not only does everyone cock their head and have a look when they see that red blur coming up, but it's just a very safe car. Felt very practical. It was very comfortable as well. There's definitely a lot of upside to the vehicle. Simon, what do you think of this Ford?
I think it's an absolutely amazing colour in red. Can't go wrong. Stand out.
Completely agree with Simon. If you want to get a car that helps you stand out this is the one for you. So thank you very much for watching this video. If there's anything more you'd like to know about this flaming Ford Fiesta, or maybe any of the other vehicles that we have in stock here at Emerald, please do not hesitate to get in contact with either me, Simon, any of my other colleagues. We'd love to hand over the information to help you feel more safe and secure when starting your car buying journey here at Emerald. Thank you so much for listening to this video. I do really appreciate it. Have a very, very happy Halloween.